Traveling through time with Club Grace this season has certainly given us an opportunity to add to Grace's beautiful historic wardrobe. In today's sewing tutorial, we'll walk through the construction steps for the gown from the leisure pattern. Let's go ahead and get started. The pattern pieces included for our construction are the back of the bodice and side back, front of the bodice and side front, a leg of mutton sleeve, a 3-part skirt, and an overlay with an embroidered edge. To start our construction, we'll grab our pattern pieces and scissors and take some small clips in towards all of the curved edges. Our first sewing step will be to place the side front section to the front section with right sides together and sew that seam, and we'll repeat that same step with the back pieces. With our sides sewn to the fronts and the backs, we'll press our seams open. We'll place the backs right sides together to the front and sew the shoulder seams. To prepare the sleeve, I'm going to hem the sleeve edge and add just a little bit of lace trim, and I'm also going to run 2 gathering stitches along both of the sleeve caps. The way that I like to hem and apply the lace is to place the lace right sides together to the edge of the sleeve, to do my first seam, to turn that seam allowance up and give it a press, and top stitch at the wrist edge. Now we'll run the gathering stitches. We'll pull the gathering stitches to match the armhole openings, place the sleeves to the bodice right sides together, and get the sleeves sewn in place. With our sleeves installed, you can pull out the visible gathering stitches, place the fronts and the backs right sides together, and sew the side seams. Let's get those seams pressed open. With the side seams of our bodice pressed open, it turned right side out. I've completed the bodice lining off camera utilizing the same steps. I have used a zigzag stitch around the raw edge of the armhole openings, as well as turned the hem edge of the lining up 1/4 of an inch and given it a press. From here, we'll place the lining to the bodice with right sides together. With the lining side up, we'll sew across the neckline and down the left back opening. You'll stop that seam on the left back opening 1/4 of an inch from the waist edge where you have the fold of the lining. After checking both sides, you can clip and trim in towards the seam allowance, turn the lining to the inside, and give the bodice a press. With our bodice pressed, we'll turn our attention to the skirt assembly. We'll take the skirt side front panels, place it right sides together to the front panel, and sew those pieces in place. With our seams pressed open, we'll grab our back sections. We'll place them right sides together to the front and sew the seam. I'm going to hem the skirt and then we'll get our overlay attached. With our skirt hemmed, we'll grab our overlay sections. The two overdress sections are cut 11.5 inches long by 15 inches wide with the scallops on one edge. We're going to turn in the front edge of both pieces and hem it before we run gathering stitches along the waist edge. I'll pull the gathering stitches of each overlay pieces to match the waist edge of the skirt from that center front seam to the back. With our pins in place, we'll baste the overlay to the skirt. With the skirt and overskirt basted together at the waist edge, you'll grab that side opening and pin the raw edges together. Then you can zigzag or overlock the two pieces at the right and left back opening. With our overlock stitch in place, we'll run 2 rows of gathering stitches at the waist edge and pull those gathers to fit the top of the bodice, matching the center front seams. Once you confirm that you're satisfied with the way the overlay is lining up with the front of the bodice, you're going to press that seam allowance up, remove any visible gathering stitches, and overlock or zigzag the right back opening raw edge of the lining and the bodice. With our overlock stitch in place on the right back opening, we'll grab our needle and thread and we'll hand finish the folded edge of the lining to the waist seam. With our lining attached at the waist, we'll place the dress right sides together and sew the center back seam from the hem edge to the dot as indicated on the pattern. With the center back seam sewn, here's a quick fit to our Grace doll, and I think everything looks really nice through the bodice. I like the way the overlays are lining up with that front seam, and as we turn it over, I like the way the back is lining up at the waist seam as well. So at this stage, I'm going to grab my needle and thread, add a few snaps to the back, and we'll get some final photographs of our dress. As you can see from the final photographs, the leisure gown is a beautiful feminine silhouette. The fitted bodice with leg of mutton sleeves pairs beautifully with that flowing skirt and that gentle embroidered edge overskirt. Also included in the pattern is a fitted collared vest with snapback closure and a coordinating hat. Whether your Grace's preferred leisure activity is biking, archery, or tennis, I hope you find this pattern to be a great base to achieve that particular look. If you have any questions about the construction of this gown, please list it in the comments section below. As always, I thank you guys for your time and for watching. I invite you to hit that like and subscribe button, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.